everyone, and a blessed day for each of us. For today's video, we will present four interesting and fun math games or recreational mathematics that you or together with your friends and family can play and, of course, enjoy with. Plus, it will definitely help us to improve our math skills in solving math problems or riddles with the math games we prepared. But before anything else, let me give you a little knowledge about math games or recreational mathematics. According to FutureLearn.com, recreational mathematics is a kind of entertainment or recreation involves mathematical puzzles and games. So, are you excited and ready to watch and learn something new? So, here are the four examples of recreational mathematics games and how to execute each of it. Our first game is Sudoku. It is a number place puzzle. The standard version of Sudoku consists of a 9 times 9 square grid containing 81 cells. The grid is subdivided into 9, 3 times 3 blocks. Some of the 81 cells are filled in with numbers from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These filled in cells are called givens. The goal is to fill in the whole grid using the 9 digits so that each row, each column, and each block contains each number exactly once. We call this constraint on the rows, columns, and blocks the one rule. There are already many numbers filled in on the grid in the simple Sudoku puzzles. Therefore, it is not so difficult to cope with a solution if you are familiar with the basic rules. However, in order to solve difficult levels and deal with them quickly, you need to use some tricks and learn advanced Sudoku techniques. And here are the rules of Sudoku. Sudoku grid consists of 9 times 9 spaces. You can use only numbers from 1 to 9. Each 3 times 3 block can only contain numbers from 1 to 9. Each vertical column can only contain numbers from 1 to 9. Each horizontal row can only contain numbers from 1 to 9. Each number in the 3 times 3 block, vertical column, or horizontal row can be used only once. And the game is over when the whole Sudoku grid is correctly filled with numbers. The second math game is Match to Make 11, which is a puzzle type of game with its 52 standard card deck. Number of players can be 1 and above. Simply, the objectives of this game is to use all of the cards in the deck to create pairs that add up to 11 total, and the rank of cards from 2 to 10 with the ace. How to play? Shuffle your cards and deal 3 rows of 3 cards each. All 9 of these cards should be facing upwards so that they are visible. The remaining cards become the deck for the duration of the game. Empty spaces in the 9 card formation are automatically filled by placing a card from the deck in the free space. Once you run out of cards in the deck, do not fill the empty spaces in the card formation with any other cards. To play this game, look at your 9 card formation and see if any cards can be matched that add up to 11 in total. If you have a matching pair that can create this sum, then you may remove them from place. Once you've done so, remember to fill in the gaps left by these 2 cards with 2 cards from the deck. Only cards in the 9 card formation are available to play with, and you may not build any cards on the top of each other during the game. Cards cannot be removed from the deck unless they are being placed in the table layout, and you should not look at the cards in the deck before moving them into play. They must remain unknown until they are flipped over to be placed in the 9 card formation. To win at a round of 11s, you must finish all the cards, absolutely all cards from play, including those from the deck. Once you have matched all cards in the deck and no more pairs, then you have won the round. Our third game is chess. To play this game, position the board so each player has a black space in their left corner. Have both players sit across from one another to start your game. Turn the board so each player has a black square in the lower left corner and a white square in the lower right corner. Place pieces and keep notation. Ranks are the horizontal rows and the files are the columns going between the players. Ranks are listed 1 to 8, starting with the side of the board with the white pieces. Place the rooks in the corners of the board. Set the knights next to your rooks. Put the bishop next to your knights. Place the queens on their matching colors in the black rows. Set the kings next to the queens. Your king is the tallest piece in your chess set. Place your pawns in the row in front of your other pieces. Your pawns are the shortest and the weakest pieces in a game of chess. And here are the basic rules. Open with the center pawn. Develop with threats. Knights before bishops. Don't move the same piece twice. Make as few pawn moves as possible in the opening. Don't bring out your queen too early. Castle as soon as possible, preferably on the king's side. Always play to gain control of the center. Try to maintain at least one pawn in the center. Don't sacrifice without a clear and adequate reason. To win the game of chess, a player must capture the opponent's king. This is known as checkmating the king. The fourth and last game is Monopoly cards. It is a kind of board game. The objective of Monopoly Deal is to be the first player to complete three full property sets on the table in front of you. Each property card tells you how many cards you need of that color to complete the set. For example, the brown property set only needs two brown property cards to be completed, and the black railroad set only needs four railroad property cards to be a completed set. There are three places where cards can be played during a turn. First, a player can place money cards or action cards. It is either rent, house, hotel, force deal, pass go, and etc. face up in their bank. Second, a player can play property cards face up in front of them in their property section. Third, a player can play action cards in the middle discard pile. Monopoly Deal is a game for 2 to 5 players. You can play with more players if you shuffle two packs of cards together. Monopoly Deal is also suitable for adults and children age 8 and over. To play Monopoly Deal, you must try to collect three sets of properties. The first player to achieve this wins the game. The winner of Monopoly Deal is the first player to complete three full property sets on the table in front of them. And that are the four fun and exciting examples of math games or recreational mathematics that you can try to play with. Choose if you want to play Sudoku, Match to Make 11, Monopoly cards, or chess. But what we can guarantee, each of these math games can help you to improve your solving skills in different math problems.